What's up, guys? This is my 1988 Honda FourTrax 300 4x4, and today we're going to be stripping her down. This is a budget build though, so we'll probably reuse the winch. Put a new Cruiser winch line on it. If we do put the winch back on, we'll be getting it mounted down under here where it should be. Now I need to find a place to store my parts so I don't misplace them. Got a seat just randomly sitting in the corner. That ain't gonna work. Got the old rear seat sitting on back of the side-by-side. When I get a chance, I think I'll build a shelf from the top of that door across the window, hooked onto that shelf. Put all my parts up there. Let's see what it takes to get this tank off. Well, there's a bolt under here. Gas line's already unhooked. If you haven't watched it yet, go check out the first video of the series. Set this right here for now. Oh yeah, more mouse nests. I like it. Hit our bolt with a little WD-40 and put it back here so we know where it's at. Alright, we're learning. We're going to try and get winch cables because when we hook it back up, we hope to do a cleaner installation. I went ahead and removed the bolt out of this panel. And we get a little bit of a wiring homemade quick jobby done here. But it just means we can unhook it quick. Snip that, snip that. Looks in hard shape. Showing its age. Probably should look into getting a new one. Well, there, we fished that catastrophe out of there. Stick it over here with the winch for now. Might as well see if we can get that rack off. I already hit the bolts with WD-40 a while ago. Already took the other side off. Oh yeah. Another part for the collection. I guess next is those front fenders. Well, 14 bolts and one broken bolt later, I think they're ready to come off. Still don't come off easy. Broke trying to get them off. Worse than the X3. Oh yeah, we got a piece of wire there. Alright, let's try again. I think you're supposed to leave those black things on and take them off separate, but they're off. Okay, time to remove those rear fenders. We're going to unhook the battery, get rid of these wires, take the rack off, take the fenders off. Let's do it. Okay, so now we're pulling this trunk off, and this wire has to come out of here, out of our way. We lose them little clips, we'll put them in our bucket. Remember where they go when it comes time to put it back together? I don't know. Probably not. And then we got this mess in here. Hey. Not much of a wire guy. But this all has to be done to get the fenders off. Got the parts shelf up. It's about 3 feet wide, 3 feet deep. 9 feet long. Put some parts up there. We'll organize them later. Try to get this rack out of the way. Yes, sir. This baby needs a little clean up and paint job. Look new again. Glad I made that shelf. Get that electrical out of there now. These fenders off, and we'll be ready for the pressure washer. But we got her. Hell yeah. Take them outside, get them pressure washed, then we'll put them on the shelf. You get a good look at her now. Now we're going to open these doors up, take her outside, get the pressure washer going. Degreaser and hot water. Alright, let's get a good look at this before we pressure wash it. Little mouse nest. Actually see where they were going in. That's real nasty. And the products we're working with are Gunk Engine Degreaser. Removes tough grease and oil buildup, apparently. And super clean. I've used this clean in my side-by-sides. We're gonna start with this Gunk stuff. I should shake it up probably. Never really read the can. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna bath the whole bike in it. Let it sit while I'm gearing up the pressure washer. Probably should have got 2 cans. Just about empty. But I think we got most of the bike covered. Put some more here on this problem area. Wonder what's causing that. We'll let that soak while we go hook up the pressure washer. I got the hot water on it. This ain't the best pressure washer in the world, but it's better than a garden hose. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa, satisfying. Look at that, boy. Probably got 40-year-old bushes and moss under there caught in the skid plate. So let's hit this nest. Look at that, boy. All cleaned up. I don't know if there's a way I can bring the red back that's like almost white now. Comment below. Look at this guy, all cleaned up. That transfer case really came clean compared to what it was. And the head, it ain't perfect, but I'll tell you, it's a lot better than it was. And we're not done with it. We're gonna put her back in the shed, let her dry out. Then tomorrow we'll give her another bath of super clean and then pressure wash it all off again. So I'm looking for axles. I'm pretty sure that one's shot. It's clicking and crunching last time I drove it. I'd like to replace both of the front axles really. The rear end's probably above my pay grade. I don't know if there's too much I can do back here other than clean it up. Maybe take that shock off and paint it. I'd like to put a new one there, but I think it's still working. The front seems to be still working. Let's try the back. I think the shocks are still good. I'll paint them up and be done with it. They look in hard shape, but I think they're still good. Sound good, feel good. We gonna run them. Well, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe because next time we're going to clean that carburetor and the gas tank. Try to fire this sucker up. See you on the next one.